Hello, Internetians! My name is Josh A. Gale Twitter, and I am your coach of the West Virginia Miniors. Hello, welcome to week 2 of the ICBA. Yes, I know I'm late. We'll get to that in a second. But welcome, we are going against Root, aka, that's it, that's his name. His name is Root. R-E-W-T. And he is the coach of the New Jersey Brobats. A replacement coach, actually. He had to take over for Flame Horizon. Flame had to dip due to personal reasons, so he will not be joining us for the rest of the season. However, we are facing off against Root. So this game ended up being past the due date because of this change, and also Root having to deal with his life and me having to deal with my life. And then I couldn't get the game recorded for like 3 days. So many reasons to why this game is late. However, we are finally here. We are only, what day is it? Tuesday? We're only 1 day late, hopefully, if this goes up when I want to. Anyway, so Root is taking over for Flame Horizon's team, and I am already just doing great. So, Root's team, which is Flame's team, but Root's team consists of Protean Greninja, Infernape, which is the Z Captain, Celebi, Z Flygon, Cloyster, Z Electros, Mega Aldino, Scizor, Kecleon, Mudbray, and Golbat. So it's very much a Flame team, just because Mudbray. But I'm very scared of this team. This is a very scary team to prep for, and so originally I had prepped for this team, and then I was ready for the Battle Flame, and then Root ended up taking over, and Root had the option of doing 3 transactions that would be effective for our game, even though it's past due. And he still gave me the choice of just using the team that I already had, which was very, very nice of him, and very, very appreciated of him, because I did not really have time to re-prep. But as you can see, the team we are bringing on the screen, we're starting off with our Pyroar. So our Pyroar is coming off the bench for the first time, so I didn't expect Pyroar to come so soon, but Pyroar is here running Taunt, Protect, Flamethrower, and Hyper Voice. Basically, it's a very good threat to his team. Generally, nothing on his team wants to take Hyper Voice plus Flamethrower reliably. I mean, of course, he has the Spadef Golbat, which probably is going to be his best switch in, as well as the Assault Vest Electros or Kecleon. But I'm not too sure of how reliable those mons would be in this match, so I'm not sure if they're going to come. And stuff like Aldino, stuff like Mudbray, while Mudbray could Earthquake me and potentially get a kill. God forbid if I let that thing get a kill. It would not be able to get up rocks, which is really nice. Also, the Mega Aldino will not be able to Wish. Cloyster will not be able to Shell Smash on me. Celebi will not be able to get up rocks, not be able to Nasty Block, not be able to Calm Mind. Kecleon can't get up rocks. Golbat can't Roost, so, I mean, it may be able to beat me depending on how it's invested and how much recoil it gets from Brave Bird, but generally, Protect is there for scouting, stuff like Infernape being scarred, what Greninja's going to go for, being able to get leftovers recovery, etc. So, Power was really nice. I really wanted to bring it just because I could. And so we're here. And of course, we're going to be bringing Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales, not much to explain there. My Veil is going to be very nice this time. Of course, Katie getting my poke really, really high. And Nasty Plot as my 4th move. You're going to see me running Ice Stab, Fairy Stab, Aurora Veil. Probably a 4th move almost every single week. Depending. Of course, things can change, but I'm running Nasty Plot this week just because if for any reason I do get rid of the Scizor, and I don't really feel like I need Veil, I can Nasty Plot up and be a huge threat to his team, which is really nice. But Alolan Ninetales is mainly there for Veil. We have a Greninja, so I prep for Flame. Like I said, I do take into account who I'm playing when I prep, and I know that I feel like Flame would be weaker to a Specs than a Life Orb, because Flame is more likely to run Scarfers or run just like certain things. I wanted the extra power versus someone like Flame, but Root is different, and I definitely should have brought Life Orb versus him. Because switching moves would be a lot better. Flame's also not as much of a pivoter, I feel, as Root would be. So just having that strong attack would be very nice to hit stuff. I should have gone with Life Orb. I should have been able to change that to Life Orb like last minute, but I kept the Specs. But you'll see how that affects the game. Surf, Dark Pulse, Water Shuriken, and U-Turn. I want Surf over Skull because Surf is going to be stronger, and Surf helps me do more damage to stuff like Electros, and it's going to be a really good... It's going to be my most reliable stab. I didn't want to go with Hydro Pump because I don't hit moves, so... And then I have U-Turn because I really like Momentum this game, getting in some of my other Pokemon. I have Mega Heracross, of course. number 3 in kill leaders as of right now. And it is rocking with Swords Dance, Close Combat, Pin Missile, and Rock Blast. Nothing too weird. I have max HP just so I can take hits better. I take Psychic from Celebi pretty well. I take, actually, I believe I take Under Veil. I take a +4 Psychic from Celebi, which is absolutely insane. I don't believe anything on his team actually outgoes me Under Veil, so that's just awesome. Mega Heracross is just so damn fat. But nothing too surprising there. You know, I'm outspeeding, I believe, 140 speed on a 75 Mon. I believe I'm outspeeding a uninvested Golbat. So, very nice there. Of course, I'm going to be able to break through a lot of his team. Nothing on his team really wants to switch into me. And what does, I can predict it. And SD and with Rock Blast, or I can do all kinds of things. No matter what, all I know is that Heracross can come in, Heracross can get some kills. Especially since I have at least one momentum user. I have Choice Scarf Crocodile. I need to rocks on this team, so I have a rocker here, and Choice Scarf Crocodile has Earthquake, Knock on Fire Fang. It's really good for checking some of his offensive mons, such as like Infernape if it's not Scarf, Celebi if it's not Scarf. And of course I have Intimidate and a Fire Fang, so I can kind of be a check to Scissor as well. Getting rid of items is also going to be very nice. Very nice. Getting rid of potential Scarfers as they switch in. Getting rid of leftovers to make mons less bulky, and getting rid of Assault Vests, which I can see multiple mons possibly coming with an Assault Vest. Getting rid of Golbats and Mawile is going to be really nice, as well as Mud Brace if he decides to bring that, but it's Root, not Flame, so I don't expect Mud Brace to come at all. It's really nice. This is mainly, like, rocks are going to be really nice. I really think I'm going to be prioritizing rocks this match, or that's what I thought going in. Fire Fang, if I ever got in the situation versus Scizor, Fire Fang would be really nice just to get rid of that, depending on his investment. And then finally we have an Assault Vest Slowbro. Assault Vest Slowbro basically helps me check almost every single Pokemon on his team. I mean, yeah, it just helps me check, like, everything. I feel like Gran is the biggest threat to this team that I'm bringing. But, like, everything else just gets nothing. Slowbro beats everything. I have Psychic, I have Signal Beam, I have Ice Beam, and I have Flamethrower. And that provides amazing coverage versus his team. So, Signal Beam, Psychic is of course there for stuff like Infernape, General Stab. Signal Beam is going to be there for Greninja as well as Celebi. I have Ice Beam for the Flygon, I have Flamethrower for the Scizor. Overall, really nice set. I believe I also take any hit from the Greninja too under Veil, so that's going to be really nice. I might take a regular Life Orb Dark Pulse because it is, because Greninja's actually like really strong, but it's also like kind of weak at the same time, which is weird. What makes it strong is, of course, it's just really good. But it's one of 3 base special attacks, so of course with Assault Vest and Sensitive F, I feel like Slowbro. I think that's for a Dark Pulse. So, that's the team I'm going to be bringing this week versus Root. So I'm not bringing Alolan Sandslash, something I feel like I should address because Alolan Sandslash kind of rips his entire team apart. I'm not bringing Alolan Sandslash because I feel like I need these mons more, and I really just want to bring Pyroar. I feel like the only mon that I could put it over would be Pyroar, but I want to bring Pyroar just because I want to taunt shit. I just want to bring Lion. I want to bring this beast. So, no Sandslash, unfortunately. But I've already played week 3, and I actually do bring Alolan Sandslash next week, so spoiler alert on that. But, without further ado, let us get into the team. He actually brings Celebi, he brings Greninja, he brings Golbat, he brings the Electros, he brings Scizor, and he brings the Infernape. So, immediately, I am super, super happy to not see the Flygon. I am super, super happy to not see the Megalodon. Both of those mons were kind of annoying to my game plan. If my Slowbro got weakened, then Flygon could potentially just ran through my entire team. And then Megalodon just like is annoying to deal with. That's why I kind of brought Pyroars mainly to taunt that thing so I could weaken it and then eventually revenge it with my Greninja, get my Battle Bond form, and just go to town. But without further ado, let us jump right into this game. Looking at his team, I feel like the only mons that lead... He does have some mons that lead well off against my Pyroar. Which is also, I forgot to mention, I want to bring that back up real quick. I have some defense investment, and this is also kind of like my Scizor check. So I brought Pyroar also as a Scizor check because SD Scizor could kind of have blown through my entire team. So I want to make a note of that real quick. So I'm going to lead off with Pyroar. He does have 2 mons that lead off really well against Pyroar, being Greninja and the Infernape, but I can protect versus both of them. See what the Greninja might be trying to attack me with, and see what Infernape might lock himself into. When I'm looking at this team, what I see is I see a Stealth Rock Celebi, I see a Life Orb Gren, with max speed. I see Celebi specifically being faster than an Adamant Maker Heracross, and having it could have Calm Mind. I wasn't really sure what it could have, but actually I don't think it would be Calm Mind. I think it'd be Giga Drain U-Turn. Giga Drain U-Turn, maybe Psychic, probably Psychic. Although some varied HP Fires could be coming, because I have a Kartana on my squad, so HP Fire is always something you bring for every Pokemon. I see Golbat being physically defensive because my Kartana is a huge threat to his entire team, as well as my Mega Heracross. I see an Assault Vest Electros because Pyroar, because of Lone Ninetales, because Gran. And then I see Scizor being potentially default. However, because I was so scared of SD, I'm kind of also like SD Iron Plate or SD Life Orb with Double Stab, you know, Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, and then the last slot being probably Aerial Ace. So, and then finally I see a Choice Scarf from Ferdinand, because I feel like Choice Scarf from Ferdinand does really well against my team if he can weaken the Slowbro. So, with that stuff in mind, let us click play on this beautiful battle, and let us get right into it. So, I'm going to lead off with my Pyro. Like I said, I can protect versus the two things that don't match up well against me, and then for the other four, I can just do things. If it leads off with Golbat, I can taunt it. If it leads off with the Celebi, like he does, things can happen. So when he leads off with Celebi, this kind of like gave me a couple ideas of what he could potentially do. I ultimately decided to attack it. However, I was very scared that this thing could also be Choice Scarf Earth Power. This thing could be bulky enough to live. Obviously, it's going to be definitely bulky enough to live, and it could be a really strong Earth Power coming my way. However, as long as I don't ever let Scizor set up, I'm okay with letting the thing get some damage, so I'm going to straight up attack it. I feel like he switch out because if I'm Specs Fire Blast, then this thing is going to smack the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Flamethrower as he's going to bring out his Golbat, and I'm going to taunt first turn, actually. I forget. That's right. So, wow, I forgot the first turn. Usually I get like 5 or 6 turns in. Okay, so I taunt. I remember why I taunt now. I taunt because I looked at his team. I looked back at his team because I had written it all down. I looked back at his team and I noticed Celebi is his only rocker, and rocks are really annoying for me, so I taunt to prevent rocks. As he goes through the Golbat, on this turn I Flamethrower. I remember getting damage off on the Golbat, which ends up being really cool, and I get some nice damage off on that thing, and it goes for U-turn. And when it goes for U-turn, I go to put that in, like, you know, note that down. And I looked at his team, and I noticed something about his team, which is going to be real fun for me to face. So he brings out T'Challa, which is going to be his Greninja. So the thing I noticed is that this game can also go for U-turn, and so can every single Pokemon on his team. Every one of the 6 Pokemon he brought can go for U-turn. So, and that gets... When I see this thing click U-turn too, I'm just like, this is going to be hell. Volt Turn is going to destroy me. Every single mon on the team click U-turn, it's going to be super, super annoying. But I'm going to Protect to get my HP back to also scout what he could do. And now that he's seen me Protect and potentially stay in, I feel like a Water move definitely is coming down out here. However, he's going to go for U-turn again, and as he goes for U-turn, of course, Protean's going to change his typing. He's going to get a lot of damage off on me, and I'm going to see the Life Orb. So, Life Orb Gren comes out. I kind of thought it might be a choice variant because I saw U-turn first before anything. And he's going to bring out Celebi, which is really interesting. However, because this Celebi is going to come out, I know that I can go out to my Alolan Ninetales on it, and I can get up my Veil. Week 2, it took me to week 2. Only to week 2 to get Veil up. Couldn't get it up last week. So, Snow Warrior's going to come off. Poor Hale can get up. He's going to get up his Rocks, which is really unfortunate because I really wanted to prevent Rocks. However, it will be okay for right now. Woo! It's not the end of the world. And now that my low 9 tails him in, like I said, I can get up and fail, which is going to be very, very nice. And there it is, right there. He stays in, which is really surprising to me, because I could have blizzarded, and this thing would not have been a problem later. As he's going to go for U-turn. And I'm going to go ahead and spoil you, like, every single Pokemon he brought is a U-turn. And it's just the most frustrating thing. So, he's going to go out into the Wave, which is going to be his Scizor, which, you know, Bullet Punch is always fun from little Ninetales staying on. And I'm going to see the Leftovers, which is really nice, because it's not Life Orb, it's not Iron Plate, which is very, very good for the fact that it might end up not being an SD variant. So I'm going to go to my Scott, my Pyroar. Shout out to Scott. And I'm going to be able to not let him eat berries, and I can potentially threaten something out here. Except he goes for U-turn, and you're going to understand, like, immediately, you probably already understood that this is not a fun match for me to deal with, because him just clicking U-turn every single time is just hell on earth. So here he goes into Suck. So, Suck. It's going to get buffeted by hail. Obviously, I'm going to be faster than it. And it's actually going to reveal to be leftovers as well, which is really nice. Because that means this is not a switch it to my grid. I am super tired. I'm very sorry about that. So I'm going to go for Hyper Voice. Now that I know that Scizor is leftovers, I'm thinking it's defensive. I'm not really as worried about it. So I'm okay with letting my Pyroar take some damage here. Because I Veil Up, that Drain Punch is going to do nothing. And I'm going to be able to start clicking Hyper Voice over and over and damage this Electros, which is really nice. Because if I die to this Electros, spamming Hyper Voice, I can then go out to my Greninja and I can basically activate Battle Bond. Because LOL at his switch-ins to my Greninja, if it's Battle Bond version. So I'm going to Hyper Voice again. Get some nice damage off. Bring him down pretty low. The crit is going to suck a lot, and he's going to U-turn on out. You're going to love me saying that word, U-turn. He's going to U-turn, then he's going to U-turn, and every other turn he's going to U-turn. So, that's great. Here he's going to go out to his Goku, which is going to be his Infernape, obviously, as the hail is going to stop. I still have my Veil, however. I do know that I Veil for 3 more turns now. And, here he's going to go for Vacuum Wave. I didn't protect. I didn't really feel I need to. I just wanted to sack this thing and see what he might do. And he goes for Life Orb Vacuum Wave, which means he has no Scarfer. Because everything is switched up moves, or it's not like a Scarf Pokemon. And that's really, really nice. Because now my Gran is the fastest thing on the team, on this field, at all times. Especially if I get a kill. So, he's going to go to Flora here, to a Celebi on my Surf. And, this is where I really wish I had Life Orb. Because if I had Life Orb, this Celebi would die. This Celebi would be off the field right now. Because Life Orb Dark Pulse would be able to pick up this kill, and I'd be able to get my Battle into Ninja form. So, he must know on specs just based on the damage, because he's actually staying in instead of going for U-turn instead of, doing anything else. So here, he goes for Giga Drain, kind of as predicted, because of course the Greninja is staring at him. And I'm able to get my Heracross in. I know for a fact that Psychic, even if he's like max special attack modest, which I know he's not, even if he was that, I'd live it. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and knowing the Golbat's going to come in, I'm going to go for the Rock Blast because I want to get Golbat out of my face. I want this thing to catch some rocks in its big-ass mouth. So Mega Heracross comes out. Fight Bimbo is here. Fight Bimbo is going to go for Rock Blast. Shout out to Omega Jolteon, who is a girl this week, apparently. My bad, bro. It's okay. It's okay. You're best girl. As you're going to kill the Golbat. So shout out to Mega Jolteon for killing the Golbat. Golbat's annoying. And 1 threat down, 5 more to go. My Veil is going to wear off, unfortunately, and that sucks because, hello, Infernape. Infernape's going to come in, and Infernape is going to do Infernape things and force me out. However, luckily I have an Assault Vest Slowbro for a special Infernape, and I can come in, I can take the rocks, and I'm going to take a decent amount of damage from the Life Orb Fire Blast. However, I also know that I'm outside of range for Grass Knot, so I don't mind to go ahead and just picking any move. He's going to go for U-turn. Yeah, like, I wasn't kidding when I say every Pokemon has U-turn. He's going to go for U-turn. He's going to let himself get a little bit more chipped, and I believe I click Psychic here. As he's going to go into Suck. And Psychic's going to come off, and because this is not Assault Vest, I believe this just dies. He didn't die. F. So he gets to live a little bit. And unfortunately, I want to keep my Slowbro, because my Slowbro walls every Pokemon I've seen outside of, like, Greninja. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of there and go into my Crocodile. If he goes for Drain Punch, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to get the Intimidate off and do a lot of damage anyway. As he goes for U-turn. Volturn is bullshit. So here, this is a very important turn in my opinion. As you can see, I go for Stealth Rocks. I debated this turn forever. I could kill this Scizor. If it's defensive, it's gonna live, but it ends up not being defensive. It's actually max HP, max attack. I could kill the Scizor. Scizor is a very annoying mon to my team, especially if it's Aerial Ace 3 attacks, or Aerial Ace plus 2 more attacks, plus Roots or SD. So I can kill it. However, I feel like chipping down his team is much more important. He is spamming U-turn for the freaking fun of it. I have to get a Brox. I have to stop this Volturn from destroying me. As he's going to go for U-turn, of course, he has max attack Adamant. He is not intimidated. He is going to kill me. My Crocodile, unfortunately, just hits the ground. But rocks are super, super important in this match. Super, super. I have to stop the Volturn. And then he's going to go to his Electros here. because reasons. I feel like the only reason he would go Electros here is to force the 50-50, or force the double down, because at that point we both had to go to Mon at the same time. So, very interesting there. He's going to go to a Scizor, which really just sucks, because I have to U-turn out of there instead of stay in and kill it, because if he's Spadef, he's going to live any hit. So, I have to U-turn out of there, and come on guys, say it with me. Guess what move he's going to go for. Does anyone want to guess what move he's going to go for? Anyone? Come on, someone. Someone guess. Ready? Ready? Did you guess? Did you guess? It was U-turn. Guys. Guys, he went for U-turn. This is fun. This is so much fun. He's going to bring out T'Challa, his Greninja. Shadow Black Panther. I love Black Panther. And he's going to take more chip damage, which is really nice for potentially me spamming Water Shuriken late game. And he's going to go for Gunk Shot, which sucks, because that's actually going to kill. It's probably the only move that would have killed outside of Rock Slide. And now I don't get up another Veil. So, yay! Shout out to that. Alolan Match Health goes down. Sorry to Aaron for you dying. And Life Orb is going to take its toll once again. And at this point, I didn't have... Wait, why is my Greninja not nicknamed? Wait, why is my Greninja not nicknamed? What is my Greninja supposed to be nicknamed? My Greninja is supposed to be nicknamed something. Darude. It's supposed to be named Darude. Why isn't this Darude Sandstorm? Unfortunately. I had to go to my Greninja though. I had to force a speed tie. I didn't really have another play. He wasn't Dark type anymore, so of course my Dark Pulse is going to be neutral and it's going to kill. However, it actually wasn't a speed tie. He wasn't max speed. So, I had to risk it. I didn't really see another play on my side because Greninja is just such a threat. However, it doesn't matter. I get my Battle Bond form. He goes out to his Scizor, which is really, really nice because now that I'm Battle Bond form, I'm much stronger. This is also weaker because of the rocks and yeah. Get out of my face, Scizor. Just get out of my face. Leave my sight. Leave my sight. Leave my body. And the Scizor is going to go down, so very, very nice there. And the only Pokemon he has remaining, I believe, are going to be his Infernape and his Celebi, I think, because I killed the Golbat. Yeah, Infernape and Celebi. So this end game is very interesting here. I have to be super, super careful. First of all, at this point, I'm assuming that he has Grass Knot. And I'm assuming that he may have Psychic on his Celebi. I know that I survive one more Rock Switch in with my Greninja. If my Greninja comes in, something dies. My goal right now is to weaken this Infernape. Because if I weaken this Infernape, all I have to do is click Dark Pulse twice and I win. If I weaken the Celebi, I have to weaken one of them. If I get one of them in range of one of the moves that kills it, Greninja kills the last two mons, which is really, really nice. So, if Infernape gets in range of Dark Pulse, I can kill it with Dark Pulse. If, well, I can actually. That's right. I can't put this thing in range of Dark Pulse and then kill it with Dark Pulse because they have Vacuum Wave, which will kill me. So my goal is to weaken the Celebi. I have to get Celebi out here, and I have to kill it. Or I have to weaken it. So, I have to save my Greninja first of all, obviously. I'm locked into Dark Pulse and he has Vacuum Wave. I have to go into my E-Rob. And I have to take this Vacuum Wave. Now here, after this Vacuum Wave, I am in range of Grass Knot. So I have to switch out here. Hail's gonna stop, which is really important. I have to switch out here. I would love to click Signal Beam here. But I have to switch out here into my Mega, taking the Grass Knot, and basically I think I'm trying to force a 50-50. So if he Grass Knots here and then he Fire Blasts the next turn and kills me, first of all, he takes a bunch of damage, which is awesome. But second of all, I go back out to my Slowbro, and it becomes a 50-50 of whether or not I click Signal Beam or Psychic. If I click Signal Beam as it goes into Celebi, there's a chance that I can 2KO it or put it in range of Water Shuriken, and then finish off the Infernape. However, none of that matters, because he actually is U-turn Infernape. So some of the Necessity Brawlers actually decided to screw him over here, because he's going to only be able to go for U-turn, switch out to the Celebi, and I'm like, I might live a Psychic. I very well can potentially live a Psychic at this point in time. Should he decide to go for that. But also, this Celebi is one of his Kartana checks. So he's going to have HP Fire. And because of that, he goes for U-turn. And I click Pin Missile, and that's game, honestly. Because if I click Pin Missile here, he's gonna die, his Inferno will die, his Celebi will die. He has to U-turn to get the chip damage off that he needs so that he can maybe crit my Heracross with the Celebi with Hidden Power Fire, and then he could Giga Drain my Slowbro, and then dodge Dark Pulse. So, I guess he was trying to go for the differential. In my opinion, I feel like that was the best play anyway. Go for the differential, potentially save yourself a little bit of a, have a better win. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is the fact the Fight Bimbo comes in and cleans up because he can't touch it, and he has Volt turns around on me. So the Volt turn actually came back to bite him in the butt, which is really funny. That U-turn on Inferno instead of clicking Fire Blast really, really sucked for him. But that's game. Fight Bimbo's going to take up 2 more kills and end up 7-1, and that's really nice. I'm very tired. I don't know if you could tell. I'm very, very tired, guys. I'm extremely tired. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed week 2 of ICBA. We move to 2-0, continuing our reign at the top of the division. Very, very happy with how everything is going. And next week we will be... What the fuck? We're at the end of my recording. I'm sorry to anyone who made it this far. Someone just screamed in my house and something like hit the floor, and it scared the fuck out of me. With that, I think that's gonna be my outro. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.